We were asked to redesign visual identity system for Burger King. The new brand positioning was "Be Your Way." Burger King see themselves as a non-judgmental, very open, accessible brand. The "Be Your Way" comes from the ability to customize your food within Burger King. It's also the difference between Burger King and other burger chains is that the food is flame grilled. This creates grill marks. Every burger within there is different, is unique, and we needed to come up with a visual system that reflected this brand truth about Burger King. We talked about this element of flame grilling as perfectly imperfect, and we looked for visual ways to represent hands-on, blue collar, immediate, trying to reflect the quality of the food in a visual way. We came up with a textural finish that reflected this imperfection to the quality of the food. Again, as a reaction to perfection and a slightly kind of plastic standardization. We really wanted every element to be different but the same, and the best way we found to do this was to develop this visual stamp system. Wherever possible, I mean, it's a visual style, but as always, the more integrity, the more authentic we could be each time. So screen printing, stamping, painting, as I say, anything to reflect this hands-on approach to the food, to the brand. The role of the packaging was to be, every element needs to be, we talked about it with Burger King as being Insta-worthy, worthy of kind of recognition and rewarding people. So, you know, the coffee cups talk about the hit of coffee. The fry pods, which we just had this idea that we created a fry as a smile here, with the ketchup as the tongue. So there's nothing more delicious than, just imagine this is full of golden fries. So it's a very kind of simple, they're very simple product, and it's just that kind of simplicity needed to reflect in a visual, as I say, that gives you that kind of hit of recognition. Each of the packs has a different kind of message on the back that reflects the properties of the product. The solution there is to be as pictorial as you can. So for example, we have these coffee cups here, and here we're talking about coffee as a stimulant, as something to wake you up in the morning. Of course, it's great coffee, but we have these kind of little visual jokes, little kind of clues towards the benefits of the coffee, and it's a Burger King take on coffee. It's completely different to the cheeseburger hamburger wrap, where you have to acknowledge and be aware of the fact that this has to come down a chute. It needs to be easy for someone to work, but it still needs to have that feeling of customization. Here it's all about the way that this will be filled in, and it will be unique to you. So it's horses for courses, really. It was a very long and intense series of discussions. Burger King is known or has history with orange and brown, and you can see here with this Whopper graphic you can see on the bag, but also on the Whopper wrap, that we talk about flavour like colour, stacks of big, bold, strong flavour, but there is a very natural, as you say, earthiness to it, which reflects the brand, and it's a more modern take. As you say, moving away from the primary colours. We weren't allowed to touch the logo at all. you can imagine changing that around 13,000 restaurants would be different. But what we did do is start to use the logo as a stamp in one colour. So again, it feels hand-treated, it feels authentic. And if I was to put the full colour Burger King logo on here, which is red, blue and yellow, it would feel completely different. To do great work, you need a client who trusts and believes in you, but who will champion your work. So they will actually drive your work through levels within. You can imagine at someone like Burger King, there's lots of people to convince, and we can make strategic presentations. We can talk and talk and talk, but it's so much more productive to have someone on the other side who's saying, I believe in these guys, and I believe that when they tell me this is what we should do, then this is what we should do.